this guy. Let's start with styling this guy. Display users. So now first we're going to do it. We're going to do display flex. Because we have multiple cards and we want them to be on the same line. You can just do justify content center gap. Good. Justify content center each other one. So just put a background. So I'll drop the background color. The background color. So nothing happened. Okay. Now, so let's move into individual cards. So we call this guy housing all the whole information. We call this guy user card. User card. Then move down. User card. So we just do height 100 px, width, change this guy to 200 because the width is bigger than the height, and then we do a border radius of 20 px, then we have our background color, right, and then we position it relative. So this is it here. This is what we have for the first card, right? Nothing much. Now, so we call this guy user. Username. Is it username? I don't know what I'm going to call this guy. So you just call it user. So this is the user, right? User. So that we're trying to style the inside. So the first thing we want to have text align center. We'll make it a font size of 40 px for that user. So you're gonna be big. You just want it to be loud. Alright. So what else? Front width. So just do the front width though. So what are we doing? So I'm looking at this guy. So just do display flex so that we move it to the center. Display flex. We do align center, justify center. So width 100% of the actual width and 100%. So it's going to take up 100% of this guy so that make it small. So now we have it bold, so we have it on the center. Now, which other stuff? Now we're going to give this guy an ID. So I'm going to come. So we're going to call this guy user1. There's a reason for giving this guy an ID, right? Because looking at this, all this, instead of like all of these guys has, okay, this guy has color of blue, orange, what's it called? I don't even know. My head is full now. These guys have individual colors, different colors. So to be able to style this guy in particular, and we just want to add our new unique colors to it. So I'm going to give it a unique ID. So user one. So let's take this guy. So let's style the whole user. So user um the user class first, paragraph. So we're going to make the height 60 px. So we are trying to create this guy, this circle that we are seeing here, right? I want to create this circle here, so that's why I'm having it. Why I'm installing the individual p tag here. So each of these guys is going to have a p tag. Sorry, this p tag. Each user is going to have a p tag and then a unique ID to just style it uniquely. Now, so for this particular p tag, for each of the p tag, not. So I'm going to do it general style. So I'm going to have a height. I'm going to give it a height of 60 px. 60 px width of 60 px. So I'm going to also do border radius 50%. I'm going to do display flex. So it's gonna move to, I want to move it to the center, display flex, and then center. That's it. So what's happening? Okay. Now coming to this guy, this individual guy. So now this is where you understand what I just did here, why I gave it 60 px and all of these things. So I'm going to, for this first one, I'm going to give it this background. So I'm going to copy out this and paste. This is how it's gonna look. What's happening? CSS, what's happening? CSS, what's happening? Sorry, I did it again. So I named an ID, but I'm calling it a class. Okay, so this is what we have here. Great. So you might ask me, why did I first of all style this guy? So now this one here allows me to, if I should take away this guy, okay, let me comment out this guy for a sec. This is what we're going to have here. Now I'm allowing this guy. So the only thing why I needed this unique what's it called, this unique ID here, it's for me to style, to give different colors to different what's it called, different users that I have here. So I can basically come here and, okay, so I need to duplicate this as much as possible, right? Oh, good. So I'm going to shift space paste. So we have 1 2 3 4 5. This is too much. 1 2 3 4. So we have 4. So I'm going to take away. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm taking away this last guy here. Right, so I'm going to name it according to, so this is going to be 2, and this guy is going to be 2, this guy is going to be 3, this guy is going to be 3, this guy is going to be 4, this guy is going to be 4, right? So now so we had clearance, second person, so we're going to just add C for you, Clarence. Somewhere you're only going to be X, yes, and David is going to be D. So I'm going to change this guy name to Dave. That's what we have here. Dave Samuel Chibike. Samuel Chibu. Okay. This Clarence. Clarence. I don't know how to pronounce this guy. Your name, Bo. But let's just go with your first name. So the last person, just Temi Tope. Okay, let's see how it's gonna look. Right, so this is what we have. Fine. Now so let's go and style these guys individually. So so this guy is going to be user 2, 3, and user 4. So we don't need this last guy, taking it out. So I'm going to be pasting individual colors for each of the user, right? So I'm going to be pasting individual colors for each of the user. So user, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. So this is what we have here. So and not looking good. So there are a couple of stuff to do. So the next thing that we need to do is that if you notice that most of the text are white, so I'm going to just come to this place and do text color white, right? First have white colors, or basically I'm going to color this guy up so that everything's going to be white. All the color is going to be white. So now we have, why is this guy not, sorry, not here. So we have white. Yes, we now have white. Now the next thing is for us to move this guy inside here like we did before in this place, right? So now, since we already have this guy relative, so for this individual card, this is where we're going to start moving it to so since we already have this guy relative, right? We already have this guy relative. This is where we are going to be moving. So we have all users, right? User card, user, right? Then we have this guy, the name. Now, so since this guy is relative, the user card is relative, right? So the individual oh sorry, we need to give this guy a name, right? So we need to give this guy a name. So I'm going to basically highlight all of these guys. Like, so for you to basically highlight couple of stuffs like more. I guess I have to do one after the other. So I'm going to give this guy a class of user detail. User detail. So I'm copying this class. I'm going to be pasting it in each of these guys here. Here, and fourth one here, right? So we'll be pasting it here. So I'm going to get this guy. Let me copy this guy up. Yep. Detail. So down here I'm going to do a class of user detail, and then like row as we used to row. So just do a position of absolute. Wow. Position of absolute, right? Let me see how this guy is gonna look. Looking perfect. So what I just did here basically is nothing much. Position of absolute, position it absolute so that it's gonna be on the top. So bottom, so I'm increasing the bottom, so I'm taking it up a bit here. Then shifting it to the left, and then display, then gap. There's no need for these guys. We don't have any other stuff, right? Yep. So this is it here. This is it, guys. So if you really like this video, please do a screenshot from the video, post it on Twitter, tag me on Twitter, tag me on Twitter, tag me on LinkedIn, tag me on Twitter, tag me on LinkedIn, guys. Right? Hope you guys are having fun already. Right? So we have it. We have this looking clean, right? So another thing that we're supposed to have an icon at the top here. We're supposed to have an icon here, right? So let's move the icon. Okay. We're going to come back to that, right? We are going to come back to that. Okay, I guess it's time to start adding our icons. Now for you to add icons to your HTML, so you have two options. Either you go to the web and search for that particular icon. So I want to search, for example, so let's say I want to search for maybe profile audio. I can just do like this, audio icon. Right, click on this image. Then there are a lot of icons here. Let's say, for example, I want to get this guy. I can right click and do save image as, right? Then click on download. Now I'm drag it inside my project. But basically, or I can use custom icons, right? So there are platforms that gives you icon. So when so some of these icons I already have them. So but we'll still go through the drill together on some, and then the rest. So you just know how you're going to go. So now I'm going to go to front awesome. So just do front awesome. Let's go. Let's wait for it to load. It's 8:14. How many hours have we gone? Wow. 1 hour 20 something minutes. So we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. So just adding image. I'm adding what's it called? this is front awesome. So this is front awesome here, right? This is front awesome. So for us to use front awesome, you have two options. You have to either you download, so it has a free version and a paid version. Basically, first of all, we go to this docs. So I'm going to open it on on another distance so that I talk about it. So once every project, every tech project has what we call documentation or docs. Now a docs is just a manual that shows you how to use a docs is a manual that shows you how to use a particular project, right? So a doc allows you and shows you how to use a project, right? How to do a couple of stuff, how to walk around. So I can basically walk into any project and then just open up the docs, right? And start using it, right? So this is the docs, right? So these are options on how to use so you can still use front or some icons on these different Python, Angular, Vue, React, right? So on different places. So views docs. I'll click on this guy. So I'm looking for where I'm going with. So just basically come to this place. So front of some add icons on add to web, right? So there's a link that I'm looking for. This guy do not have this link here. I'm going to show you guys how to well, so okay, let me just type this front just to save time. Front awesome CDN link. So I don't know. So you can basically go through this documentation to see how to implement and use front awesome, right? Well, that's not the topic for today. Basically, the topic of today is just basically to just get these icons, right? So I want to show you guys how to get the link. I don't know. I guess I need to skip this part. Do I have to? It's taking time to load. It's taking a lot of time to load. Okay. So I think I'll click on this first one. Just get the link I'm looking for. Wow. Um, see, just basically click on, okay, if it's open at the end of, before the end of the video, like I can go do the walkthrough and show you guys. So I just click on get started, free. Why is it not clicking? Explore icons, right? So you have two options of using front awesome. Either you download front awesome, right? Either you download the icon pack, which I'm not going to do. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So you come to this place, you just copy this, copy any of these guys. So I'm going to copy the first one. So I'm going to drop this link. So okay, basically I'm going to create what is it called? So all of this link. I'm going to create a file, call it links. Links.txt. So I'm going to drop this link, right, for you guys here. So get it from here, right? So see, this is either you have two options of using front awesome. Either you download the pack locally, like download everything locally, which is not what I'm going to do. For me, it doesn't worth the stress, right? So and then once you add the link, once you have so icons, okay, these icons are showing one after the other now. I guess they're still loading. Let's say I want to search for phone. So you should just know that some of these icons are paid, some are not paid, right? Some are free, some are paid, some are not paid. So depends. Depends on the one that you want to use. So I already have those icons right here. So you can, if you want to do your experiment, you can just search. Let's say you want to get this icon. Basically, click. No, it's not opening. God, I'm really wasting time here. I think let's load another version. Okay, version 4 of front awesome. That one is faster. But most of, not every icon is on this version 4. You're like the icons are grouped according to some versions. So I'm going to drop this link to version 4. So you might ask, why am I using version 4? Because in this version 4, this is where we have most of the free icons, right? So most of the icons on version 6 now, which is the current version that they are using, are paid. But here you can get a lot of free icons to use for your project, like without even thinking twice. So all you just have to do is to just, let's say for example I want to copy this. I just click on this. It's going to open up this guy, right? So I just have to just copy this guy and add to my code, and I automatically have this. So that's it. So now let's go back. So I copy so the icon. So first of all, for us to be able to use front awesome, because I don't want to download it, so there's no need for me to download it. So you can just watch on Google on YouTube how to download front awesome, and then you just link it up. It's not like not the rocket science. So I just have to copy this guy, this particular first guy, right, and place it on the top of my HTML. On the top of my HTML. Oh, sorry. So this I'll do link. Sorry, and then paste it. So I'll paste it within the link, right? So like I said, you can have as many HTML, as many CSS files as possible, right? So currently now, so I'm linking my CSS, right, to whatever CSS that Front Awesome has on the cloud. So, and I don't really need to care about how they designed it. So I just want to, I know that whenever I call icons that I need, I'm going to have them. So now looking at this guy here, first we have the icon. So I'm going to start with this ones here. I'm going to start with this ones here. Okay, let's start with this guy. Um this audio mic, right? So yeah, let's say you don't know the name of the icon, so you can just gradually scroll here. So you can just gradually scroll here to find the icon names, right? So when you get anyone, just copy it. But since I already know the icon that I want to be using, so I don't want to go through that thrice. So I'm going to just copy it and then I'll just paste it, right? So I'm going to, so let's start working on this guy, the icons for this guy, for the profile. Now we've gotten the username, right? So then we need to add this icon, right? This particular icon, right? I'm going to come here and then put another div, place this icon, and then here, oh sorry, not here. So here. So now we already have our username, right? So the next icon I'm going to post here is this guy. So for us to have that icon, right? Now we're going to call this guy status, because why am I calling this guy status? Either you are speaking or you are mute. So you can either be on any of those status. So the same way you have your status, either you are walking, you're sleeping, or you're chilling. So either way, any of them. So I'll call this guy status. So class of user status. User status. So I'm going to copy this guy here. So we'll move to our CSS like we do. So now dot status first. So now this guy, what's it called? So user detail. Wait, am I doing this correctly? Okay. Yeah, first we have our user details, that's the name, then we have the user status. That's the three things now. So now our card, the individual card, we have to make it relative, okay, position relative already. So now for us to start doing this, guys, so for this we're going to do display position. So we do this guy absolute. I don't know, let's see how this guy looks. I don't know, let's just take up the suggestion the AI is giving us. Wow, looking fine. So let me explain though. So now we have absolute. So to place this guy on the top of everything we have on that particular card, then we did top of 10% and 10px. So taking it to this top, so bringing it down a bit. We have right. So because we're on the right, we're moving it to the right. So we have width this right. So So the only thing we need to add now is border, background. Okay, we just do color of white, color white for it to be white. Sorry. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to target this what's it called, the statues, the eye element, which is this guy. So please note, for you to use this style, so it's going to be in an eye element. So this eye element allows you to put, so if I click on an individual style, let's go back to this place. Let's say I click on this guy, on these flags. So notice that they're going to give me this guy inside an eye element. So all I just need to copy this guy and paste, and then I have my flags. As far as I have this guy on this top here. So for you to see this link, just, I don't know if you can just come straight to this place. This is the link where you can view all the icons on the version for this one I'm showing guys. And this guy is the CSS, this link. So all you just have to do is just come here, create a href, a link like you do, like you want to link your normal CSS, then place this guy in between, and then you have, as long as you have this guy on this top correctly placed, right? Each time you have this eye tag with this format, it's gonna show you, give you an icon. So I'm targeting this eye here. So what I want to do with this eye is that I want to add a border, a background. Because if you notice, this guy is not just here, it has a background, a little fancy background, right? Oh, first, so I'm going to put the background here. Sorry, have the background on, so we're going to have the background on the main because it's going to be on the main. So let's see. So you already have that background small, right? So with our border radius, making it to be curved, right? And this, that. So the next thing we're going to do is just do a couple of other styles, a little other styles to just add, increase the font size. Okay, the font size is already big. I just do oh, for I did, I think I did a couple of custom styles for this guy already. Here's that eye. Okay, no custom style yet. So so the first thing is color of white. The second thing is font size. Make the font size 15px, a little bit big. So we do height and width. Height, so we just give 25px, 5px, not suggesting anything, width 25px. So I'm just gonna move it to the center, justify, center, align, item, center. What happened? Okay. I was just thinking. Oh. Oh, we don't need this guy here. That's why it's not on the center. So now this guy is now on the center. So we have this guy here. Yeah. So we have this guy here. Now I'm going to just copy this style, add it to these guys here. So add it to these guys here. So let me put space in between, so you just see statues. So this is the structure that we have. This guy, this guy, this guy in each of the card. So this guy, this guy, this guy in each of the card. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy in each of the card. So I'm just gonna place this guy again. Save photo formatting. Now, so let's look. Get it looking fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the next is, I think, let's do some couple of experiments. So let me just look for those 2 dots. Replace only this one with that 2 dots. So I'm going to come to this place. So let's look at this guy. Let's search for it. Guess the name is menu. So let's look for dots. I guess you should have dots. Oh, we can't find it. Let me look for it here. So in case of if okay, I think I just found it now. Okay, look at it here. This is what we're looking for. This guy. So I'll just basically copy this guy. Alright, and replace this guy here. Are you still recording? And just replace this guy here. The first one, this the meter press one. This guy. So come back here. This is what we have. We have him speaking now. So now the other thing is that we're going to either we do inline styling. Or we just should we do inline styling? Oh, okay. Let me just add an ID for this guy and call this guy speaking. Now look at what I'm going to do here. Call this guy speaking. So I'm going to target. So I'm going to come here. So we have already its user status. So we're going to do this type. So we're going to apply this guy to anything that is user status. User status. I don't know why this guy giving me. Nope. Not this. That is user status. And that status has an ID of speaking. So anything else that okay, so I'm targeting and within this that has an ID of speaking, right? So basically I'm going to do a background color. Let's do blue and then let's figure out make it lighter. So and then I'm going to just this guy is not that dark. I guess this should be a perfect color. Okay, so sorry, I had to remove the other one for it to work. So yeah, so we almost it's not looking fine. We just have this guy. Yeah, I think I'm going to reduce the front the icons, right? The icons to something a bit smaller. I think let's make it let's say 15. Let's say I'm gonna look in 15. It's very small. Okay. I'm going to want this guy to 8. Okay, it's too small. Let's leave it at 10. Make this guy 20 instead. I don't know if it's too small. I don't know, guys. Let's do 23. I guess it's still fine. Okay, let me bring it back to 13. Let's leave it at 13. Yes. Okay, guess it's better now. So guys, tell me what you're thinking. So how is it looking? So now I'm going to be a bit fast, right, for these guys. So so looking at this guy, so I want to let's do these guys down here. Let's do these guys down here, right? Let's do these guys down here. Then I'll add this guy and these two guys. So that will be fast from now. So the next section, I'll call this guy footer. So footer. So on our footer, you have a couple of sections. We have these two, so we have 3 sections here. The first one, second one, and the third one. So we're going to have 3 sections. Section. So the first section, so we have, if you check here, we have a text, a time, and what's it called? That's here. So I'm going to just basically spring that up now. Just type it out. Just have 2 span. Just put it on the span. So we have 8.35 p.m. and then we have the next one. We have span. On that span, that's the meeting ID. So I'm going to just copy this guy and put here, right? So since that, like, we're almost 2 hours in on this code already, so I'm going to just apply this guy inline, this size inline, and then I'll explain. So now we are trying to have a border right, 1px, right, solid. Have a padding 10px to shift these 2 guys, right? That's it. And then for this guy, so we're gonna have, and that's a couple of styles, nothing much. Alright, so let's see. So this is what we have here, right? This is what we have here. So I'm going to have a class called footer. You can even target it directly, but since we're going to still move into style other stuff, let's just have it. So we can have footer. So we have footer. We do the background color. So we have color of white. I'm going to make it white. The text are white. We're going to do padding. So display flex, justify content between, and then align items. Line item center, justifying between. So justify between allows you to space the items, like divide it into equal parts. So since we already have 3 items here, so it's going to do item 1, item 2, item 3. You understand? A shift, basically that's it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have here, so we're done with this part. So basically, so I'm going to have the first set of mic. So I'm going to instead of doing this guys one after the other, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to copy this guy out, or we'll do the styles together. So I'm going to call this section meeting control. So because this is what basically controls the meeting, so call this guy meeting controls. And now, oh good, chill. Yeah. Now, so the first icon is this. So now this is the first icon. So see, look at what we have here. So we have the first icon and the second icon. So which is these guys, these first two guys, right? So now I'm going to write, we're going to be writing the CSS. So already we have the class name angle, right? Angle means, so I'm using angle to represent this guy, angle, and then microphone for this guy. So we're going to write the code to make this guy look like this, basically. So come to this side. So first of all, we're going to call mic controls. So dot mic controls. Now display flex, make them to display together. Then gap, so I'm going to do gap of 25px, not 20px, so 25px. I'm going to do align item center. I will do justify center, then put up a background. So the first initial background, this guy, this main background first. So I'm going to add a background to two of them, so all of them, two of them have this background.